It's almost 6 o'clock, and I'm going to actually get out on the bike. This nice guy that you don't see because the pillar's blocking him. And I had a very pleasant interaction. You know, the bike just draws people. It draws riders, and it draws non-riders. They're just interested in it. So I tend to tailor my answers to, do you ride, have you ridden, or do you not ride? So yeah, I don't get excessively complicated with my answers. I'm ready to go. Somehow I didn't put one of the straps on the, oh God, not the spongies, this, Jesus, dude, on the other side, so I lost that, but I had a couple of backups. You see I'm ready to go? It's 95 degrees, but it's 88 degrees up in Virginia City, so I'm going to go for a little ride. I'm not even going to wear the jacket. It's so damn hot. It's going to be hot all week. It's 100 in Reno right now. So anyway, we're going to get a little ride in just because I woke up. I took a 2.5 hour nap. I feel better than I have in a couple days. So there you go. We'll see what's next. Our next stop, about 20 to 7, finds us on, I think it's Rattlesnake Road, but I'm going to have to look again. I'm just north of New Washoe City. I'm panning over to Washoe Lake and Little Washoe Lake. Washoe and Little Washoe Lake are a naturally occurring lake in this little valley right here in the New Washoe Valley. It is only about 12 feet deep at its deepest. It empties in the Steamboat Creek, which runs through Nevada, through the Truckee Meadows, and ends up in the Truckee River somewhere. God, I'm really glad that I waited. And now even the sun's in back of a cloud, even though it's a little warmer, it's much more tolerable. I don't know if I said this on the opening clip, but it's 100 degrees in Reno right as I left, and I had the weather on as I was packing up, and it was going to be 100, almost 100 every day in Reno, and it's really no better through northern Nevada. So, God, it's a hot one. So thank you, Charlie, for flying out on the hottest goddamn week of the summer. Don't think I'm not going to dog your ass about this. So I'm going to get back on the bike. I'm going to have a sip and stuff here, and I'm going to get on old US 395 now. Now the freeway bypasses a lot of this, and Interstate 580 now, and pretty much the Nevada state politicians managed to push through funding for Interstate 580 from Carson City to Reno so that they could more easily fly home to their districts, mainly in Las Vegas, than having to fight US 395 and all the traffic through Virginia Street. So there's an ulterior motive here for 580 being built. Meanwhile, the people in Las Vegas really need some freeway expansion. So we're going to press on, and you'll see what's next, as will I. Now you'll notice, hopefully on the film, that I turned off of Nevada 341, which goes up Geiger grade, to take the toll road, which I'm at the end of pretty much the pavement now. It's either it used to be here or somewhere up the more rougher part of the road is a big sign that says private property. And Rich and Charlie and I were out here on our dual sports one day, and we wanted to write up the old Geiger grade, and we just weren't able to. It's marked private property, and that's the last thing we want to do, is to trespass on private property. So the toll road is the original road up Geiger grade to the top of the summit, and then on into Virginia City. So hopefully I'll be able to pull off at a place and take a quick clip, and I'll point out where the old road was. There are houses, nice houses on the old road the last time I was up here, but it's been a very, very long time. So, and you know how my memory is oatmeal. So I'm going to get a little drink here, and we're going to turn around, and we're going to see what's next. This is kind of a tough spot. You can just barely see the old road down there, lower left. This was constructed by Dr. Davidson. Hold on, there we go. Got the sun, you know. The sun's in a bad spot right here. Hold on, let me, there we go. We'll just film and talk. The road was built by Dr. Davidson M. Geiger and John H. Tilton in 1862. It was the most direct connection between the Comstock Lode and the Truckee Meadows. The new highway that we're riding up now was built in 1936 in the new era when FDR was handling the Depression, the Great Depression of the 1930s. There are endless stories about wind, snow, landslides, highwaymen. There's a Dead Man's Point and a Robber's Roost can be seen from here, though they don't really say where it is. So there you go. Way to go, Nevada. So we're almost at the top of the grade, and we'll be putting into Virginia City soon. A little after 7:30 in the evening finds us in Virginia City, which is the county seat of Story County, S-T-O-R-E-Y. It's been the only seat of the county. Almost everything's closed. It is this town that rolls the sidewalks up at 5 o'clock. I wanted to point out two things, or three things while I'm here, maybe four. The Delta Cafe, or the saloon and the casino here. I've been in more than once. I'll talk about that as I pan to the bucket of blood, and I'll talk about that too as I talk about the parking lot, and I'm going to go shoot us a view of the 100-mile view. There was a time where Maria and I were driving up here on our days off, and we were playing like $3 bingo at the Delta. And we were coming up here so often on Wednesdays that we were asked by staff, "Are you local?" And we said, "No, we just like to come up here." So we'll spend a couple $100 on gas, food, and a hotel room just to play $3 bingo at the Delta. It was way cool. Now, I talked about the bucket of blood and how a guy that I work with got buried in the bucket of blood. And if I think about it, I'll link to that story in the description. Now, there's a couple of variants of the 100-mile view here. One off of the Bonanza. The Bonanza Casino, which is on C Street here somewhere. And they have a kind of a deck in the back, and you get the view. But allegedly, you could see 100 miles on a clear day. I'm not going to really ride around here too much. I just wanted to get out. And you know, the oddest thing, the bike died as I pulled into the spot. And it just was a touch hard to start. And so I got it to start, and it seems to run. But boy, I thought that was interesting. It's never done that before. Again, with so much electronics on anything modern. And I just have the magic touch. Anyway, you hear people laughing in the bucket of blood. I'm going to come back up here another day, another trip, and kind of wander through town and take the train ride. And I haven't done that since 2012. So, and in fact, that's when I first saw a Spyder, and I commented that, you know, I wonder how these ride. And that's when I made the clip that I put in the clip when I bought this of, well, I guess I'm going to find out how they ride. And now I know how they ride, and they're awesome. So we're going to press on here. We're going to ride out 341. We're going to ride through Gold Hill, which is another place I need to stop at one day, but it's probably not going to be today. We'll see how I feel. It's getting late. I'm hungry. I need to not kill myself because I need to go home tomorrow. So we'll see what's next.